Looking a little wild over here. Looking a lot wild, actually. Calm down, calm down, calm down. Hi, Janet. Hello, 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 hello. How are ya? Good morning, good morning, good morning, or afternoon, depending on where you're at. Hello, 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 hello. Ooh, it's the last Monday of the month. It's the last Monday. Tiffany, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Ooh, guys, it's raining. It's raining. It's raining. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. Ooh, is everybody sipping on something? Even if you have to be at work and you have to lurk. Y'all know, we get it. We know. We know. Let some of y'all come in. It has been, it's been a last. It's been a couple of good. I'm starting to feel good. Well, I kind of wasn't sure what I was going to. It's a whole story. I'll tell you in a minute. Grand Rising, beautiful Jane. Yes, you do hear circle in the background. Ooh, that mocha iced coffee is the. Boy, I swear that is set from above. Ooh, Mousy. Hi, babe. Hi, book. So, y'all, I did a thing. Can y'all tell? I cut a lot of it. I cut like that much of it off. I cut all the dead ends. So I woke up with wild hair up my ass yesterday, and so I went to Sally's and I bought me. They didn't have a whole kit, so I had to buy the kit. I had to put a kit together, right? So I bought the cap and the needle and the bleach and the purple stuff and the developer and then the color. And okay, so here's what happened. It was supposed to have been gray, but this isn't great. I look like I got a fucking lion's mane, and I think I like it. I didn't know how I was gonna feel this morning, right? So I took my bonnet off this morning in the mirror, like, okay, and I opened my eyes and I looked and I'm like, what? What's I've got like a lion's mane going on and shit. So I wanted to go gray. But apparently gray is my hair was resistant to the gray, and I had some extra bleach, so I put some bleach right at the tips of the long part of the back. I'm sure right now it probably doesn't look the greatest, but I'm grow into it. I might, because I had to bleach and then I put color on it, and my hair didn't really take the color. It left me with this. I mean, it does have like a. I don't know. There's multiple colors going on here, guys, and I used purple stuff, so because it was pretty like yellow or brassy or whatever you call it, because I'm like naturally almost like a 2.5, 3, pretty dark. So anyway, and then like I said, I cut it, so I cut all the dead ends off of it. It's not all the way where I want it, but in a couple of weeks I may try again. I don't know. We'll see what I feel like in a couple of weeks. But yeah, I just cap pulled. Uh, I forgot how much like hand control that shit takes to do this shit. So anyway, we'll see. Rossi, Maruta. You see the gray. Yeah, I don't see the gray. I don't know why I don't see the gray. It's like, why is the gray? All I see is the blondes and there's some lighter browns that I'm really kind of liking. They're like I don't know, they're like a chestnut kind of color brown. They're in there somewhere. Oh wait, I think they came out on this side. Well, anyway, I don't remember what side they came out on. It all processed quite differently, but the bleach took like that. Like I was like, holy shit! I didn't expect it to go that bright. Anyway, so we've got some beautiful meta messages. Like I said, it is a new week, it's a new start, it's spring, and I'm telling you guys, like, there's just it feels good to me, right? Like I know that there are some that are not okay with the energy that is going on right now with the eclipse and all of that up there, right? And y'all know I don't understand it. I'm pretty comfortable, and I grew up with the Western sky or whatever. So I at this point I just say I'm a Gemini with horns, right? Not quite sure. You know, like I've been trying to catch this Vedic. I think that's how you say Vedic astrology. There is a lot to the Taurus that I think I can relate to because I'm very stubborn, I'm very hard headed, and I definitely have horns. So, um, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I just want everybody to know it is spring. It is time for new. So I like to do red a lot. And this time I was like, you know what? I don't want red. I want gray. I didn't get what I wanted, but you know what? We're gonna grow with it. We're gonna play with it. We're gonna do some different things with it. We're gonna see how it turns out. So anyway, I hope you guys really, really, really do something for yourself. And that was what it was all about. Literally was just about doing it. I wanted something different. And I'll tell you what, like doing this and it doesn't feel like dry and brittle and I don't know if I'm going to pull 5,000 hairs out when I do it. It's just wonderful. Like it feels so much better. So, and I cut it with new moon energy. Hopefully it's going to grow, grow, grow. Hypnicity, good morning, good morning, good morning, Gems. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for hanging out with me. It's start this week off. So, all right, Rossi, I see a me, and so I don't see Brother Thomas yet. So let's go ahead, moderator. If you want to collect me's for me, please let me know. And I am gonna scroll up here, and the first one I saw was Rossi, I think. I see this one, Rossi. See some of your beautiful comments. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I think Rossi was the first one, or at least it looks like it to me. Okay, so let me see. I can pen this. Y'all, I'm learning, right? Okay, so we will. Maru rocks. Well, we know this. What'd she do? Is she gonna be my? Oh, see, book, that sounds fucking wild, man. I love it. I love it. Y'all don't forget to do them YouTubey things, right? All right, let's get going. Rossi, you are up, love. Come on, move. Let me get move. Stop. I'm arguing with Cord, y'all. Oh, it will. Oh, yeah, yeah. So first, okay. So real quick, before I forget, you're right. So there's a couple announcements I want to make. I didn't know until like I think it was yesterday. So I'm already at like my 2 year channelversary. So that's somewhere in this week coming up. Like I can't believe it's been 2 years that I've been in the tarot community. I've been here for so long. It's like I don't know, I guess I stopped counting years, but now it's like I get these reminders now because it's new again, and it's just like, oh wow, 2 years. Wow, that shit flew by. So there's that this week. And I guess so you guys know at the beginning of the year, I said this year I was going to send out 3 love boxes. And I did a giveaway back then, and the giveaway, Miss Tarot D won the giveaway. So, Miss Tarot D Shadow Love Box is en route. So, I can't wait till you get it. We love you so much. Several people came together to make sure that box went out. So, we love you so much, Miss Tarot D. Love, love, love. There's going to be another one right after my birthday. I'm gonna put the post up, and if you guys catch it, you guys enter, then the winner, you guys will get the second one, and that one is gonna be probably more based in maybe a hint of the ending of summer and some fun fall stuff. I don't know. We'll have to see when we get there. Um, so I started getting this weird feeling, right? We went through McDonald's, and well, the first thing that wasn't right was the coffee wasn't right, right? It wasn't my coffee, but the coffee wasn't right, right? So that was the first thing, right? Then all of a sudden I was like, there's like this not crazy bad, but there's this crazy epic energy. It's like, whoa. And then I think Mo felt it too, but I think it affected her in a different way. So then it kind of calmed down and everything. And then all of a sudden, like my stomach just started knotting. And I'm like, oh, something's not right. Something's not right. Something's not right. And we are just about to be at the place where we usually make a right. And at that point, we're like 1 mile from the house, right? Or a mile ish. I'm like, something's not right. I got my head down. I can't really see what's going on because the fog is so thick. Oh man, if I look at it that way, you're right. So if I look at it that way, that would have been the second thing. The first one would have been this truck horn, right? You know, the air horns that trucks have? That was like I woke up to that. Like it hit that horn going all the way through the curve out here. I'm like, and it's a nice little curve, you know, it's got a little slope to it. And if I guess if you're going too fast, maybe I don't know. But anyway, so I hear this curve, right? Nothing else. And then the coffee wasn't right. So we had to turn around. And then this odd feeling, right? So then as we're approaching to make the right, we see all these lights. We can't really see anything yet. And then all of a sudden my head is down because of the flashing lights and it's real foggy still. So I'm just trying not to let any of my anxiety take over or anything. So I've got my head down, and Mo's like, there's been an accident, and it's 3 car accident, guys. I mean, it's so foggy. We don't know what happened, but just slow down out there, guys. If it's foggy, those that like to go fast, hey, I like to go fast at one point in my life too, but eventually you're gonna slow down. I just hope that you slow down because you want to and not because you're forced to. You know what I mean? So, if nothing else in life, there has been a very strong signs for me today to slow down, slow down, slow down. So, anyway, I'm gonna get into your message. I love you guys. Thank you for always kind of listening to me rant and rave, but oh my god, like today it's just been not my energy, but breathe. Just breathe through it, even when it's not your energy and you do have to experience it. Just breathe through it, guys. Slow down and breathe through it. All right, Rossi, let's see what's going on. Is it conception? Is that the word, guys? Does that say conception? Uh, Maruda, does that say conception? I hope that says conception. I don't know. Contemplation? No. No. What is the word? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, all right. So a horizons of possibilities welcomes the curiosity in your soul, of your soul. Okay. So All right, so we're literally starting off with the Sister Witches, right? So you guys know I'm absolutely in love with this. I have the entire set. But anyway, this is where we're starting, right? We are starting with that sister witch energy. This is spring. This is new. This is everything waking back up, everything being born, starting, being curious, being adventurous, right? And they paired it with this kind of energy, right? So, outside of look at the detail in this card, right? Every single card has this DNA strand. So, it's also a part of the matrix. It's part of us. It's part of the big picture, right? But look what they're doing, right? So it's like there's a circle, there's like this gorgeous, beautiful offering bowl or something, right? But they're just pouring light into it, and they've got all kinds of roses and petals and all kinds of beautiful different maybe seasons or sages or spices or something going on. And then they paired it with spring hike, right? It says a horizon of possibilities welcomes the curiosity of your soul, right? And then if you're using a bowl that you use as a ritual or an offering, that is something that you do hold sacred. So make sure that you hold on to sacredity as you go into any kind of spiritual hikes or anything that you need focus on, right? So your meta message comes in with grace, right? So the wise women of the grove want to remind you that grace is your offering, which it's always there for you anyway. It's just like it's part of your DNA to begin with. But remember to always pay this part of you homage. Make sure that you give yourself grace, even though you give it automatically. Make sure you remember to give it to yourself. And you guys, the thunder is going. So if you hear it, that's what it is. So you've got a winter dream coming in and the underworld, right? So again, this is not when you say the lower world, this isn't about bad things, right? This is just another part. This is the part where the roots grow, right? Without them roots, there would be nothing at the top to show off and flaunt in that sunlight. Let's just be honest. Come on now, you cannot have one without the other. It doesn't work that way. Nothing in life does, actually. Except for karma, but I'm done with them days. Me and karma is cool now. I don't cross our path. So remember when you go into this dream, right, or what you're coming out of, and you're in this mode, right? This is what it's all about. This is the reason that I got up yesterday and I had this dying urge to cut my hair. Well, while I'm cutting it, I might as well put something new in it, do something new, right? So anyway, this was me following something. Do I like it? It doesn't matter. I followed through with it. I didn't leave myself wondering about it. And that is the best part of it. I followed through with it. Is it a success? No, not yet. Do I like it? No, not yet. But it's growing on me. And I think I might be able to tweak it just a bit. Okay. So remember that as you're coming out of this season, right? You are coming out in your roots. Everything is going to be exposed. The council is coming in to also support you, to let you know that as you grow in this new season, remember that it doesn't do anybody any good if you are doing anything for the wrong reasons. Do them first for you, and make sure that even doing them for you, you're doing them with the right intentions. And that's what I've got for you, love. Tiffany, you are up, love. You know, it might be easier to just do this. But is this the right one, though? Yes. Yeah. Tiffany. Tiffany. Sending love, blessings, and all of that good stuff right back to you, baby. Tiffany. Ooh, y'all got a busy week like I do? Man, I got to get off here. When I get done with here, I got to handle, like, I don't know, about 5 business calls. I got a hair in my eye. Those are never fun, but I've always found that if I wait till after, like, the lunch hour, sometimes it sometimes it seems a little better. Sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Oh, oh. Mm, mm, mm. So, Tiffany, for you, we are starting off with the profit, right? And this comes from the what we've forgotten, right? So when you think about profit, what is that? Is it the one that we are, or is it the one that we follow? Ultimately, the choice is yours to make. But what we have forgotten is that we are self. We are self. We have forgotten what we were, sometimes what we are meant to be. Sometimes when we're kids, we remember those past walks, and when people ask little children what do they want to be, and sometimes they come off the wall with they're like, well, how would they even know about that? Well, that's because that's probably what they used to do, what they used to be. Who they are now is a representation of who they once was, even if they don't know it, right? So the energy that they paired with this for the sister witch is aromatherapy. There's a fragrance that belonging with the essence of nourishment that is asking for a deeper seeking onto yourself, right? So we're going to cover the face because the face don't matter unless that is like you looking into a mirror, and if you look like that, damn, beautiful. But anyway, all you got to do is see. Remember, sometimes scents can trigger different parts of our brains to remember different things. So make sure that you are actually paying attention to what you are smelling when you're smelling it. It could be trying to get your attention for a specific reason. So please, 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 the sister witches need you to pay attention. Profit within, pay attention. Sometimes I'm not crazy. I will have a weird scent in my nose or something, and I can't get it out, right? I will go to a store and I will just start like gently smelling things to see if I can get even close to what I thought or what I think I smelled or am smelling if I'm still currently at that moment still smelling it, right? So definitely pay attention to the inner you and the inner you here and in your roots, because you started out as a seedling. No matter how big, glorious, and beautiful you are now, no matter how many storms you weathered now, remember where you started. Something deeper within you. That is your higher self looking for something that you'd clearly need to remember. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of that too. All right, when we come in for this, we have a forest temple that you can go to, right? So there's this place in the woods that you can go to. And I do mean in the woods. I'm not talking about in the concrete jungle, right? If that is your thing, that is your thing, okay? But me specifically right now, I'm talking about somewhere sacred that is just yours. Whether you know where it is or you've not been there yet, something there is something in the forest. There is something calling you. You will know it because you're going to feel a connection when you get there, right? So make sure that you are paying attention if you are not aware of this place yet. But there is something that is calling for you. And I'm sure you can sense it. Be like, man, I don't know. If you got a lot of questions that's going on, if you're feeling like something is calling to you, I would say that it could be as far as your backyard. It could literally be that close if there is a spot. I don't know. It could be miles away. It could be a spot that you're gonna go to. I don't know. but there is something, some form of enlightenment is waiting for you because it needs to give the information to you. So it doesn't matter how long it takes you to realize where the spot is, it will hit a million detours before it passes you by. It will not. It is meant for you. So once you get that enlightenment, you are going to be able to see things quite differently, right? Because they paired it with the eagle, right? And this is just the eye of the eagle. This is what we down here can't see. We're not way up here. We cannot see what the eagle can see, right? So if you are rising above, see what that says? Rising above the fray, right? You are going above everything that you see now. Go above that. What is it? Above the horizon line? Go above the treetops. Go above the buildings. You are missing something in the bigger picture, and it has to do possibly with that enlightenment. So you really, really, really need to get outside. Something outside is definitely calling for you. Once you get to that garden, and here we go back into another garden, this just looks like a closer view of maybe some part of it. So it sounds like it could literally be anywhere, right? There is going to be a place for you to find rest and renewal, right? So when you're sitting there and you're just smelling the flowers and you're understanding what's going on, you're going to know you're in the place for enlightenment, but you are going to have to be patient. Once you get there, you are going to have to be worthy of the enlightenment. You have to humble yourself. You have to realize that something greater than you, even if it's just your highest you, that's still a version that you don't know yet. You don't earn that until you work for it. That part of us, that's all part of how we learn to grow. We have to learn to stretch, and then we have to be honorable of those beautiful stretch marks that we grew from because we didn't allow life or anyone else to break us, right? So this, at that point, it's when you start resting or maybe even drifting off, or you get into that quiet meditation, that you are going to realize that you are there, right? You are finally there. You are with source. You are with your people, your guides. Your faith is going to carry you to a place that is going to help you gather something that you need. And it comes in a form of enlightenment. That can come in any kind of shape, form, or fashion. Trust me, it doesn't always come in a well-bound book, right? While you are there, understand that this is what I'm saying. They paired it with gatherer. You're not going to be actually gathering nuts and bolts this time. You're going to be gathering the enlightenment that you need. And it comes during this spring. Pay attention. Something's waiting for you. That's what I've got for you. Swami! How you doing? Swami! Huh? Wait, what? I'm just trying to catch up. Y'all, y'all be bringing it. Y'all be bringing it. Ooh, I love that book. Ooh, oils, yeah. I love that shit. I will be walking around just trying to smell some shit. Like when you're at a concert and you're screaming. All right, let's see here. So that was Tiffany. So Mousy, 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 Book, Hypnicity, Maru, Janet, and Swampy. Well, I know, the nerve of me, right? What was I thinking? Hold on one second. Look, I even got on an 80s I got on an 80s damn Nike windbreaker jacket. Look, right? Right? Okay, wait, hold on, y'all. Is it even? Yep, it's even. Okay. Oh wait. Oh no, wrong way. Ooh, wrong way. Wrong. Go back. No, wait. What's going on here? I had to get my fit. Oh well. It'll be alright. Mousy. Thank you. Y'all beautiful gems. Got that for me. I'm so excited. I love wearing it. I do think I like it. Because my hair is so dark, I think it kind of makes it stand out more being a little lighter. I don't know. I think it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Phenomena. 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 Oh. I actually like that. Okay, so we are starting off, Mousy, right instantly with the sister witches, right? So they want or they need you to understand the power of a peach moonstone, right? I actually have one somewhere. Could I put my hands on it right this second? No, I can't. So, but anyway, if you have one, get it, carry it with you. If you have a neck basket, carry it in your neck basket, your bra, your pocket, your hidden pocket somewhere that nobody else knows about. I don't know. But get it if you have it, if you have access to it. If not, just understand the power that comes with them. So do a little bit of homework and some research on it, right? There is a reason and the flow of what is and what needs to be, right? So understand that that is something that that moonstone is very capable of getting people to understand about themselves. When they do the homework, meditate, and they start learning about themselves, they will understand that this moonstone is very good about removing and illuminating that part of you that you may not even be aware of, right? And they paired it with sun, right? So they want you to understand, and you see how the sun is just barely hitting the fingertips there. You don't need the entire amount of sun to feel its power, right? To feel the entire amount of power that a sun has to offer would literally burn us to a crisp. There would be none of us left. There would be none of us left. We know this, right? We get sunburns. We lay out on beaches. We lay out on backyards. We lay out. We suntan. We do whatever. We do all that. We play in the sun. We do all that. But you see, it's just a little bit. That's all we need. It's just a little bit to remember. So this little bit of sun and this stone and just a little bit of sun will give you the power that you need to do an amazing cleanse that is somewhere deep within your soul that the sister witches can recognize. And they're letting you know this is an easy way to start fixing what needs to be. Whether you want it or not, it's what needs to be done. You don't like having to keep tires on your car, but it needs to have tires, right? You don't always want to have to replace a serpentine belt, but without that serpentine belt, your car ain't going nowhere, is it? Your temple, your body must have that. And this is spring. This is the time right now to reinforce that in you and get in a good habit of understanding. It only takes a little bit of maybe one or two things and things start changing and turning around for us. So remember, positive thoughts going all the way around when it comes from them, right? There's no negative in any part of that. You've got Pegasus coming in, right? So, of all the spirit animals that are coming in, this is one that I'm like, I'm so jelly, right? Pegasus is about transformation, right? They want you to transcend. They want you to transform. They want you to go places. They need you in different realms. They need you in different places, different worlds, different parallels, different lifts, different lowers, different worlds, right? We have an upper world, a middle world, a lower world, and then we have stuff down there that's not even negative, or it's just a little bit dark, but people seem to be scared of the dark. But there's nothing down there that's going to hurt us if we have our faith, right? Our blind faith can carry us through it all. So you have to understand that if a Pegasus is coming for you, they're coming, and they are one of the most powerful creatures you can have outside of a dragon or a unicorn. I don't know. I mean, I would take one if one found me. I mean, I'm just saying. So keep that in mind as you understand. You also have a coyote coming in. So, and you have the power of fire too. So I don't know where you're coming in with all this power and all this need for protection, but you have an entire team that is coming in for you because, oh, well, there is a part of you that needs direction. Okay. So I think this is the universe's way of saying, hey, sign after sign after sign, right? It doesn't have to mean that it's going to happen all in one day, right? It could be a series of events that happen, right? Like today has all been in one day. Think it does happen that way, right? But then if you think about it, sometimes it builds it up, right? So maybe the Pegasus is coming in just to let you know, hey, I'm going to carry you wherever you need to be. Just call me when you're ready for me, right? So you know you kind of got that ace in your pocket. So that could be a way to see that, right? Maybe it's the delivery system for me, right? We're going to leave it right there, right? Because there is something that it needs you, right? Needing direction inside of you is about you opening up to you. And it's going to take a little bit of a powerhouse to get you to go. But you do have coyote coming in, and you can take that as the coyote that crosses your path, the coyote that helps you hunt, or you can take it as I'm listening for that cackling sound, and I'll know that I'm going in the right direction, right? Like you track the coyote and don't let the coyote track you situation, right? Kind of turn it into a game, right? But you're going to need firepower to do whatever this is that needs direction within you, right? So take this time to understand that this could be a huge hint to what inside of you needs to be addressed. And then once you reach that spot, maybe you get down in that hole and there ain't nobody there that's got a damn hand to offer you a ladder or a rope. Don't forget you got that Pegasus, and all you got to do is call for that, have hope for that, believe in that, and that Pegasus can come help carry you out of even some dark situations that you yourself face all alone. Because, honey, we ultimately all have to do it all alone. It's not fair, it's not wanted, but it is the only way that it actually happens when it happens for us, when we do it for us. We can't let anyone else interfere. It was everyone else that got us there. Now we got to fix us. And that's what I've got for you. Let's see. Book. Oh, book. Oh, book. Bucket, 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 bucket. Hmm. There's a good one, book. I know that's right. You better call in a Pegasus. Shit. Got an extra one? No, I'm just messing with you. Uni, I'm serious. I want a Pegasus. Woo-wee. All right, book. All right. I think I kind of absolutely love this for you. And there's two ultimately there in okay, now all this right here that I'm about to say is in my opinion for entertainment purposes only, but it is my morals, my value, and what I must say is that I was raised with the concept of knowing there's two types of people in this world: the type that make the money and the type that allow money to make them. If you don't understand the concept, you probably haven't lived enough life, and I'm not sure this is the right channel for you. But that's where I have to say I totally understand a person that has struggled, got it from the mud, pulled themselves out of the mud, had to hustle, had to do shit that some people would say is gross, rude, disgusting, or they turn their nose up at them, right? But some of us have to do what we got to do. It doesn't mean that's the person that we are. It just means that we've had to do what we got to do to feed our kids, feed ourselves. I'm not going to go out here and steal. I'm not going to go out here and do this. So if I got to hustle, if I got to do what I got to do, I got to do what I got to do because I'm not about to be that other person. I'm not going to go to that extreme. I'm just going to have to get out here and do some stuff I don't want to do and hope I don't get caught. That's the mind frame, right? So in that mind frame, been there, y'all know I went to prison, did almost 10 years. That doesn't make or break you. That's what part of your path is about. How did I know that I was going to go to prison and literally it was going to change my life? Y'all, I ain't ever even jaywalked. Okay, I smoke weed, but it's legal, right? I have a card. It's legal. I understand the struggles, right? So here's what I'm saying. With that concept of how I was raised about the type of person, this is where I'm going with that. We have to stand on our principle, period. I understand everybody in the world has a very, very valid point. But when it comes to my principle, I will stand on it. And I'm not going to let your very valid point break my principle. I will stand my ground. If we don't have something that we stand for as a human being, do no harm, but we stand for this, we believe in this, then we literally are falling for everything. So here we go. You are literally going to be possibly challenged, right? This doesn't usually show up for people unless they aren't accepting something or they're allowing someone's point to interfere with a principle, a moral, a value that is a part of their DNA. Again, like I said, there's DNA strands in every single card of this because it is about understanding what we forgot about us. We forgot to stand up for this part of our foundation, for our stability. But this is the great reminder that this is the year of the 9 and you get to. The witches say that once you realize that your principle is worth standing on, you will find the rainbow, and then you will be able to take a breath, be still in your heart, and believe in what dreams may come. Did you get that? Doing this, standing on that principle, brings your rainbow, not the other way around. You don't get to find the 4-leaf clover. You don't get to go out here and find the dang shillelagh, and it's going to lead you to the leprechaun, and he's going to make his shillelagh produce you a pot full of gold. It's not going to happen like that. You have your own rainbow that is waiting for you. You just have to learn to remember, I'm standing on my principle. My principle, my faith, my foundation, my structure brings my own rainbow right to my door. And if it's meant for you, it's coming right through the front because that's what gifts from above, friends and family do. We go through the front door, baby. We ain't got to hide, sneak, and go through windows and back doors and all of that. No, we going right to the front door. Let your principle stand, okay? So this spring, that's what the sister witches want you to pay attention to. You also have a daffodil fairy coming in, and look what she just said. Brand new beginnings. Brand new beginnings. It's a brand new spring. It's literally just starting. And they want you to understand there could be an opportunity for you to experience something like never before, right? Things like this, the sweat lodge, if you can create it, create it. But if you can't create it and you get the opportunity to go onto sacred land, into a sacred hut with sacred people and clergy and shaman all and oracles and seers and pathfinders, and you have this gorgeous experience, that is your embrace, right? That is part of your journey. You will be taking something that you walked in there that hurt you, and you're going to physically put your hands on it, and you're going to be able to change it. You're going to be able to manipulate it, right? We can't get rid of it. It exists. So we have to put it to use. We're going to mold it, we're going to transform it, and we're going to literally turn it into something else. You are going to transmute something that hurts you, pain, whether it's mental pain, emotional pain, or physical pain. The pain is on you. You know what this is. But you and you alone are the only one that can turn it into something else. You cannot expect anybody else to do it for you. The other thing that came in and it fell sideways in a way was the arrow. So, what I will tell you is that this is something directly for you, right? So, Cupid is literally giving you a straight line, a straight opportunity. He is paving a way for you to understand this message directly needs to go into your heart. Don't let it sit in your head. Don't. Because if you're confused, if you're scared, if you're intimidated, if you're worried, if you have anxiety, if you have any of the ADHD, if you have any of that to where you cannot just let it rest in your mind, don't let it go there. Let it sit in your heart. Let it metastasize here so that this isn't going to compete with what thy heart wants, and then it shall happen for you. And that's what I've got for you. Hold on, y'all. It's hot. Ooh. All right. Book So Hypnicity. Wedding fans. Mr. OD. Mr. OD, you are so beautiful. Hi, Phoenix. Whew. All right, Hypnicity. Okie dokie. I think I kind of like this. Okay, so when like I said, they really kind of want me to just start with the sisters again. So I kind of like this, right? So when we start with the sister witches, we know the concept of an Easter egg hunt, right? But to understand it through the eyes of a witch is just a little bit different, right? Sometimes we are so intently looking for things, we miss something that is looking for us, right? We're so hyper super focused to find the egg, whether it's the money egg, the golden egg, the tie-dyed egg, that special egg. We usually miss what's right in front of our face. Deception, right? It's like people intently want to hide this specific egg, and they want every person to find one egg, and everybody's looking for one egg. And everybody missed. For one, the synchronicity of the distraction. and they missed a blessing. But you get a heads up. So the sister witches really want you to not be focused on that one egg, right? So you get literally Easter egg hunt. It says, what you seek may not be what is seeking you. Perhaps a shift in perspective is needed, right? And then they paired it with the energy of synchronicity. So I have a funny feeling that because this is what we have forgotten, is telling you that this is a part of you, right? This is something. Listen, I do it all the damn time. I get so hyper focused looking for something. I have to turn the radio down just to start looking and listening for something else because I can't concentrate on too many things when I get super hyper focused on something, right? It happens to all of us. But remember specifically something about the quote unquote Easter egg hunt is a deception, right? So don't fall for it. You have a heads up. The sister witches are giving you plenty of time, and they are speaking to the you that doesn't always pay attention to the synchronicities, right? We can't always pay attention to all of the damn synchronicities. It's just not how life works for most people, right? Some of us get it. Some of us literally die and then we wake up. Some of us get close to that and we have an experience. And then when we come back, we know things, we feel things. And then there's some of us that are born like that. And then there's some of us that have a traumatic accident or something happens and we have a traumatic brain thing and we can play a piano or we can speak another language or it's basically activating another part of our brain, right? So there's a part of your brain that does not want to pay attention to the synchronicity of the fact that you're easily distracted when it comes to something involving a hunt of some kind, right? Make sure that you pay attention to the that is seeking you, not the distraction that they want 100 people to find only one of. So really pay attention. It seems like that is a beautiful message from the sisters. So there's a part of me that is the same way. I procrastinate like a mug, right? Something that should have been out a week and a half, 2 weeks ago just went out because I procrastinate, right? I'm not the only one that does it, but not everybody is willing to own up to it. But there's so many different things about me. They also need you to know that there is a thicket of thorns. There is something that you're uncertain of, and that could quite possibly be something else that has to do with the synchronicity card, right? Because usually it doesn't happen in just one area of our life. Usually it has this effect because somewhere along the lines, all of our veins in our body cross over, they go together, some intersect, some come back, some loop around and turn around, right? So we are made up of all kinds of intercepting things and intestines that, like, how many miles of intestines is like inside like us? Like, come on now. You have to understand that it's all woven together, right? So there is no need to understand that you are the only one. I mean, there's no reason for you to like get upset about it or worry about it or think that you're the only one that is uncertain about a lot of shit, right? Nobody wants to walk into a thicket of thorns. But if you do not, listen, if you do not walk in to get the information, you're not going to get it, right? There is something in there very specific for you. Some of us, believe it or not, we are built to weather the storm, right? I myself am one of them that is built to weather the storm. Send it my way. I'm not scared of it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care how much drama is attached to it. I don't care how much bullshit is attached to it. I don't care how deep the well goes. I don't care how muddy the water is. I don't care if it's got gators. I don't care if it's got pythons, spiders. Look, look, look. If you'll get the spiders, I'll take care of everything else. And we'll do this together, right? You have got to understand you must be very much immune to whatever someone else is definitely terrified of. But this is your safety zone. This is like having a trampoline and you're falling on a trampoline. Are you actually falling then? You sure you wasn't playing and you just kind of twisted the story a little bit? You knew you were having fun with that shit, but you took that one a little too far. This is your happy place. Clearly, this is your safety net. Everybody's scared of this. Think of how many people are scared of cats. I'm not kidding you. Think of how many people are scared of dogs. Little dogs, big dogs, it don't matter. It's got teeth, right? Think of the people that are scared of shadow work, but they play in the light. But they're not scared to get burnt by the light. And it'll burn you faster than your own shadow will. The shadow's just crosses and heavy weight you got to carry. It's not actually, well, if you're allowing it, yeah. Well, see, you see the rabbit hole? Do you see how fast you can literally realize that you can fear anything? But when it seems like that is your place of safety, I don't know what you're fearing it for. The owl is here. It's coming in to let me know. Stand still. Understand that that is your protective spot. I have dragons for protection, but I mean, come on. You're walking around with a whole thicket. You're walking around with succulents. Yeah, succulents and cactuses protecting you. People are scared of that shit, and you're walking around going, why? And you got one in each arm and maybe trying to straddle one and figure out how to balance one on your head. I'm sure you could probably do it if you tried hard enough. Stop running from that is seeking you. And that's what I've got for you. Boom, 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 boom. Jackie! Oh, and I don't have my cup, but oh, y'all. Jackie. Y'all don't know. Well, y'all know I love me some Jackie. Jackie, we have got to do something. Ooh, we're doing some more cleansings. Ooh, I like cleansings. All right, let's see. So that was hypnicity, right? So it's Maruta, right? Is there an updated list, Maruta? Wait, did I miss an updated list? Or is this still the right list? I have a version of adult ADHD. I've had it since I was a kid. It just kind of switched over. They were like, "Oh, she'll grow out of it. She'll grow out of it." Nope, didn't happen. It grew with me. But it's the adolescent one that it's not like I just kind of had the brain change, like the chemistry imbalance, the chemical imbalance was always there. Oh, you return to work tomorrow? Is that right? I'm glad you're feeling good. Okay, so Maruta, I don't. She's probably typing and she's going. If she don't stop rushing me, I, I think I hear. I think I hear. I think I hear Miles defending her. So I'll be still a minute. My list looks like it says Maruta, Janet Lee, and Swampy. Oh, there's a story going on. Ooh, what story is that? I got the notification the other day when you and Heather went live, but I forget what I was doing, but I was smack dab in the middle of freaking, life at this point instead of actually having much free time. Nope, you're good. So, Maruta, I think you're up, but is this list still updated? Like, is this like the one that's penned here where like I just did hypnicity, so I think it's you, then Janet Lee and Swampy, and then is there an updated list anywhere? Because okay, so this would be yours, and then this one would be Janet's. This one would be Swampy, and then I would have 2 slots left available. If that's the current list, unless there's one up that I've missed somewhere. Okay. All right. Well, Maroda, I got yours up, babe. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll make sure, because I don't want anybody to miss their read. But if I miss 2, then I've misspoke, and I don't have any slots open. So I should have 2 left. Okay, so we'll do last call right now since I still have 2 slots. If nobody wants them by the time I finish these, then we will end it. Good morning, Annette. All right, so Maruda, here we go. So we again are starting off with the sisters, right? So you get Charanium, right? It is those foundations woven within mindfulness that will long sustain you, right? And the energy that they paired with that is the element of air, right? So when you think about a Charanium, you were like, oh, well, it's ventilated. Believe it or not, it produces and makes its own ecosystem once you get it going, right? It's got ventilation up there at the top. It can breathe, it's got air. So make sure that you reinforce it with the element of air. If you have a feather, go ahead and get that feather out and go ahead and anoint that feather as your new feather for this new spring. I'm going to use it. I'm going to fan it in my doors. I'm going to fan it with my cinnamon. I'm going to fan it with my salt. I'm going to fan it when I rub it across my arms, and I'm going to cut all of the unnecessary unbinding energy from me. Anything that isn't mine, I'm going to give back. I'm going to recall all of my energy, because don't nobody else get to carry my energy but me. Right? That's how it's necessary for balance to be, right? So make sure that you keep the element of air in everything you do, but you do need to create something that eventually will grow on its own. What's that movie? If you build it, they will come. Something like that, right? So the man kept hearing it. He didn't understand he was hearing ghosts. He didn't understand that he could communicate. He didn't understand he was some form of a Ouija, right? He didn't understand the assignment, but he did it. He didn't understand it, but he did it. At the very end, after he completed the assignment that he did not fully understand, he fully understood when all of them came and they lined up and people came. People believed. And all he did is put faith in himself and faith in the fact that something higher than me, something above me, something wants good. Something wants me to live my best life. And in order to do that, I'm going to need the element of air, and I'm going to need to turn a Charanium. There's lots of information. There's lots of knowledge. You can literally do it for the fairies. You could do it for the squirrels. You could do it for a pet gecko. I don't know. There's so many ways that you can do it. I can't wait to see what you come up with. You have a toadstool for growth coming in, right? So this type of fairy energy, toadstool fairy kind of energy, is about water, right? But the toadstool lives on top, right? Exactly. Again, we're going back in. And guess what? In between those pockets of all of the leaf of the toadstool, as you go all the way around the toadstool, you see how some of the leaves kind of bow up and bend up? Air and the pockets is creating in there. It could be housing and holding little schools of little tadpoles, little schools and little bitty small little fish or plankton, or something that is using the safety of that, right? So there is where I need your mentality to be at when you think about this type of fairy that's coming in, right? Not only are they coming in to help you grow, they're coming in to possibly even allow your Terranium to figure out a way to possibly all go together one way or another. There is a way to bring all of this into you, right? When you bring all of this into you, remembering that you are also creating something for something else to inhabit, it doesn't have to be an actual physical animal that you need to care for. You can just make something easier for something else, right? You can put it in your backyard. You can put it on your windowsill. Doesn't matter. You can put it out in the field on a hike. You can put it up in a tree. Doesn't matter. You're going to be closing the door to something because something, when you complete this terranium, you're going to find that you have been inspired to close the door on something, right? So when you think about inspiration to close a door, right, it's not always easy to close doors. It's not always easy to close doors because guess what? Every time a door closes, a window opens, right? But is it a window of opportunity? Is it an opportunity or a window of a blessing, a lesson? Oh Lord, is it the boogeyman? Is it an angel from above? Is it a consequence? Is it, oh Lord, what is it? Right? It's so many things, but we don't know. But always know that every time one door closes, a window opens, right? So this isn't a negative door. Look at all of that light, right? You've turned all of that shadow and all of that pain into something else, right? You've already done the work. You've already transformed it. You've transmuted it. It's something that you now draw strength from, right? When we're done with it, we throw our trash away because we are what? We are done with it. We don't need that trash no more. If somebody else needs it, they're going to pick it up. They're going to go through it. Hope it helps them. I'm done with it. Can't hurt me no more. And I ain't going to carry the weight around. And that's exactly where you are, right? So you are throwing that trash away. You are closing the doors, but you are doing it with inspiration this time. So you're actually looking forward to seeing what's about to be opened in that little window that will open for you. Just remember, it is not an immediate thing, right? You can't close the door and a window is going to pop open. It doesn't work like that, right? The universe first has to realize that you were humble when you closed that door, that you were patient, and that you waited, right? Whether it's 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 years, that part is between you and the universe, but you can guaranteely know that that window is meant for you. You'll also know that there's some form of a spirit animal coming in. You got a jaguar coming in, right? And he's sitting over here all by himself, but he doesn't need a pack, right? He doesn't need a herd, right? He doesn't need any of that because it's a jaguar. And it's not just any jaguar, it is a black jaguar, right? So when this one comes in, this one is one of the spirit ones. When you get the white ones or the black ones, you have to understand that they're coming in for a reason, right? The white one is usually coming in as a premonition or something to come, right? The black one is coming in for protection. So whatever it is, whenever that door closes fully, you'll know your window's coming because the jaguar will let you know that your window is close. That jaguar is going to protect that window to make sure that nothing, no one, no body, no shape, no form, no how can interfere with the gift that is on the other side that is meant for you. And that's what I've got for you. Janet Lee, Janet Lee, Janet Lee, Janet Lee, Janet Lee, Janet Lee. What, Janet Lee? What's that? What is it? Oh, what does it go? Hercules. What is that? Oh shit. Oh, what is that movie? Oh, it's Eddie Murphy. Right? It's Eddie Murphy, right? I can't think of his name. Janet Lee. Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I get so geeked when people like her show. You guys, she's so busy. It's like, what? She had time to stop by. You get excited. It's like, big fan girl. Big fan girl. Okie doke. Janet Lee. All right. So again, we are starting off in the witch's energy, right? So the sisters of the witches want you to understand that there is magic in the balance of all, right? It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how you choose to see it, right? If you light a candle and you made a birthday wish, or if your family celebrates by lighting a candle on an altar, it's all a form of magic. If you light candles for anything, that is a form of magic. Guess what else? It's a blessing kind of magic when you bless someone that sneezes. Do you know every organ in our body stops when we sneeze? Mhm. Including the brain, right? That's why we say bless you. You everything started working again. It's a crazy way to see it, but it's about the magic that's in it, right? So remember that, right? So you get hair. The magic is in the balance that is in all of us, right? No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what you are, or what you think you came from, or what you think you desire to be when you're no longer in this human meat sack that we are currently in, right? So when you understand that, you yourself are gaining a part of protection that you have forgotten about deep within yourself, right? So understanding the hair within you, the part of you that is always in balance, is a part of you that is always protected at the same time, right? Some days I walk out of the house and I ain't got a crystal, I ain't got a crown, I ain't got no silver, I ain't got nothing but the clothes on my back. Do I feel like I need extra protection that day? Nope. I know that some days I go out there so that I can feel the energy and I can understand the difference between my energy and what isn't mine. And it helps me in a reality check in some crazy way to get practice in on returning to sender what isn't mine. That way I don't take it home with me, right? On days when I have got my crown going and I have got my ankles protected and 2 feet and a heartbeat are getting me everywhere I need to go and I'm fully protected and you can't get through the bubbles, the barriers, or none of that. Yeah. But I don't walk any different when I don't have it on either. So understanding that you need to learn yourself, your own balance, your own energy. You need to learn how to give back what isn't yours. And you can't always send back to sender when you got a protection thing going on, right? You have to remember that vulnerability is a part of all of it. And if you can't be vulnerable with yourself, then you cannot be vulnerable with anyone else. So remember to stay vulnerable. Remember to stay humble, and remember to steadfast understand that when you are the most vulnerable with people, places, and things everywhere you go, you are actually most protected right then and there, because you are literally stepping out and with and in faith and faith alone, and knowing that you're going to come back and not one little hair is going to be out of place, is knowing that faith in the universe, source, God, whatever you call it, is carrying you the entire way, because you didn't lighten their load by loading up with crystals and forms of protection, because you allowed them to carry you and do their job and prove to you that they can do it. So remind yourself, transparency is a part of this. It is structured in our DNA and it is a part of our healing process. You must go through it. You cannot deny that it is not there, because nobody is exempt from it. So be transparent. Learn your energy, learn what you're carrying, and learn how to safely return it to those that left it and didn't know how to recall their own energy. You have waterfalls coming in, and it's not just any kind of waterfall, right? It's a rainbow waterfall. So that one is about miracles. Literally, it has the word written all over it, right? So when you think about a miracle, this is something that wasn't supposed to be here. It wasn't in the design, it wasn't in the makeup, it wasn't part of it. And it is a gorgeous, beautiful, happy accident that created a miracle, right? So that is when the impossible becomes possible, when the unseen becomes seen. That is a good place to be. You have this coming in for you along with the power of the moon and water. And also, look at this, you have the divine matrix themselves coming in for you this week. So understand that your message genuinely, wholeheartedly is about understanding that your key to all of this falls back into you knowing that transparency is your protection. You just have to get comfortable in there. It's your skin. Get comfortable in it. That's what I've got for you. Swampy! Swampy, 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 swampy. Swampy is here. Ooh, oh, ooh. I love, like, I've had a lot of love in my life. Wasn't always unconditional, but I've had a lot of love in my life, right? Hell, I've been married 3 times, so I love love, right? Like I said, it wasn't always unconditional, but I love love, right? Right now, it's sitting in a jar on a shelf. The bottle's so dusty, I probably don't know if I'd recognize that. But anyway, I'll pull it back down when the time's right, right? But when I got this deck not too long ago, when I got the last of the Sister Witches, most of them, mind you, for me, every deck that I got when I did my introductions and blah, 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 they were very long-winded, right? Like several cards dropped or popped or flew or jumped or whatever, right? Literally hit the floor. Very long-winded, right? 4, 5, 6. One card had like 21, 22 cards that fell. Like it was incredibly long-winded. Anyway, I'm getting a little off subject here, but this deck, right? So I got this deck, right? One of these beautiful gems went on my wish list and sent this to me. And never have I been happier to know that this card, this one and only card was the only card that I got for an introduction, right? And what I can tell you is I love when someone can tell me that no is a complete sentence. You understood that, didn't you? I know you did. Ooh. Those that have only a few words to say, they understand how valuable they are and they don't want the weight to be taken from them words, right? People be like, words are hollow. Yeah, they can be. They can also incredibly move nations. And, well, they can almost mend a broken heart when said by the right person. They can literally turn a bad situation into a good one. They can take words that are heavy and hurtful and turn them into rhymes and limericks and metaphors and similes, and all of a sudden those words are beautiful and they're stuck with you and they're poetically dancing around all day, and you're all of a sudden you hear a little beat in your head, and then all of a sudden you know that it comes back to the fact that that same person that said no was a complete sentence was enough to tell you that it only sometimes is a short little message, and that message comes from ancestral lands. Within your roots, you will find then that the truest form of magic belongs to the essence of who you are and who you will become. Like I said, when this card, the one and only, fell out, and I read that, of course, I had to read the book just because I am who I am, and I love me a good guidebook. I don't necessarily bring them into the reads unless I am instructed to, but for the most part, I do like to read books, and I do enjoy a good guidebook because I like knowing where the authors are at. But this deck, one and done, baby. I am very short, and I am very to this point, and like short and sweet. Yeah, buddy, it's just not going to be sweet. So I absolutely can respect that this deck is going to be like, I said no, and I meant no. Ain't no why, shouldas, couldas, and wouldas, and no. So I absolutely love that last part, right? Who you are and who you will become, right? It's all about who you were as well, right? And in what we have forgotten, they paired the energy so perfectly. The one thing about us that doesn't change, right? The one thing about us that doesn't change. Our looks change, our words change, our jobs change, our house change, our locations change, our families change, our friends change, our knowledge changes. Everything changes. Your soul may grow, it may learn, it may hurt, it may fix, but it's always yours. In every walk, no matter how many you have done, you are on, or you have yet to go for your walks. Your soul is yours, no one else's. Doesn't work that way. So remember that the ancestors and higher, better, stronger versions of you, of me, of all of the other gems that are here right now, that are all celebrating together, understand that we, our soul is ours. Our fingerprints, our soul, ours. You can't make that look like yours. You can't make your fingerprints like mine unless you steal mine, right? You can't have my soul unless you steal my soul, because I'm not willingly giving it to anyone, and you can't technically steal it. So therefore it's mine, and it's mine alone. So grow with yours, but know that the witches are letting you know a version of you, and every walk and your ancestors need you to know that you will be changing in this new spring if you allow this new you to come forth. You have a butterfly coming in for you, right? And what do butterflies represent? Transformation, right? So this butterfly fairy, she really wants you to understand that she's not quite ready yet, but she is en route to you. Why do I know that? She's waiting on her wings to dry, right? If we fly too fast before the wings dry, we ain't flying very far, right? In fact, we take a chance of hurting those delicate, beautiful, fragile things that we need to exist to get to place, right? There'll be no place to get to if we don't have the wings that we learn to build trust up that will carry us through, right? So make sure that you remember that the fairy, she's coming. She ain't there yet. She's coming. She just hatched out of this gorgeous transformation shell, right? So give her time, give yourself time, but know that she's also got a pearl with her. So she is bringing something, an offering to you, a gift to you. She is honored to be able to work with you. Just know that when she comes in, she will be there for your transformation. She will be helping you. She will be nature's way of witnessing it and knowing that you're not going through the transformation alone. Just let them wings fully dry and do not try to fly before then, because that is the only thing you have to trust. You don't have to trust anything you land on. Trust your wings. Get you a disruption tool as you go, because there's something down in your roots that is needing to breathe, right? So if you go and you get that disruption tool and rattle, although it's not a perfect rattle, still a rattle. Get a tambourine, get whatever you need. Get something that makes a lot of noise and do a lot of shaking. Something in your roots needs to breathe. Once you realize that this part of you wasn't breathing, you're going to feel like you just want to, like literally Calgon, take it all away, because you're going to feel like you will have worked like a 900-hour week in the matter of about, I don't know how long ever it takes you to shake out place for them roots to get out. You need to thin them roots out. You need to get weeds out. You need to let these roots get some air and breathe a little bit. So remember that you are going to be deep diving as you enjoy this new fairy that's coming in, and you do need to take a disruption tool, and you need to get down in them roots, and you need to clean them out. Growth comes from within, not from without. And that's what I've got for you, babe. Ooh, all right, Swampy. All right, as a Swampy, I don't know. I haven't been in chats, guys. I do want to say if you guys did make any kind of donation or you guys went on my wish list, and like in celebration of my 2-year channel anniversary, or just because you want to donate or pay forward your read or whatever, there are links provided, and I thank you right now, and then I will personally thank you whenever it is received as well. So, Swampy. I think I miscounted these. Swampy, right? It is Swampy's turn, right? Or did I just do Swampy? No. Who did I just do? Thank you so much. I think about the opportunities and adventure I miss because people miss a lot of opportunities, but just because they're walking someone else's path and they're not walking theirs, they don't want to because they think they should be doing it at someone else's speed, or they should be doing what someone else is doing, or they literally start obsessing or fantasizing about doing what someone else is doing and why they're not doing it. Well, it's because they're not meant to. We all have something. We all are meant for something. We all have a higher self. We just have to connect and stop assuming that someone else that has found their path, that direction is for you. No, that's when life gets to get the fun stuff and it gets curious. You get to try it and say, nope, that wasn't for me, but it was fun, but I know it don't work. Don't work for me, right? So people that start owning on to that find a lot better. All right, Annette, you are up. And then I guess Annette is my last one. Annette. All right, Annette, you are starting with spring equinox, right? And that's exactly where we're at, right? Spring showers watch over you, revealing a decision that awaits within the flowers, right? So I kind of like this concept because I get to talk about the part in life where we always forget to stop and smell the flowers, right? We sit in our cars or our windows and we watch the season come in, right? We absolutely love all the colors. We absolutely fantasize about what color this flower will be, or that bud will be, or what kind of ivy that is. And then we watch it come in bloom. But do we ever actually stop and actually smell them? We can every blue moon get a whiff of them, but when you're driving down the road and you literally drive past a wildflower pasture, do you stop? I'm going to need you to do that, right? Because it's happening, right? Everything is waking up. Everything is coming into bloom, right? Your perspective needs to change. Okay, now, like I said, this is about the energy of what we have forgotten about ourselves. This isn't nobody pointing no dang on fingers. This ain't nobody saying, I see, I told you, you should have. Tell them people to change their own damn perspective, right? Because you're in the process of doing yours, right? I'm no longer trying, I'm actually doing it, right? So this is the best part. Go. You can maybe even Google it. Google where is some wildflowers at. I don't know. I'm sure you could find it if you actually look for it. I'm going to need you to do that. Something is going to change your perspective, and you get to understand it differently, right? Because the white flowers aren't competing with the yellow or the purple or the pink or the red or the multicolors or the greens or the violets or whatever. They're not competing. They are just growing together to become one fluent, beautiful place, right? A place of stillness, a place of beauty, a place that people can come and smell something that isn't city, that isn't coffee, that isn't, even though I love coffee, I'm drinking it right now. It isn't the life of anything that you're used to with that program that you need for the caffeine or the this or the that. Some people like the smell of money. You would be surprised what the smells of life bring for people, right? But when we stop and we go to nature itself, we find a way to change our perspective. So the witches are saying it's time for your perspective to remember how you used to see something. So something in your life needs you to remember that you didn't always see it this way. You used to see something this way. And maybe you need to understand the energy, because even though it may not be your current belief, you're feeling now, it is something that it is a part of you, and you need to remember it. For whatever reason, it could be someone else in your life is experiencing something and they don't know how to relate it to you, and you're not wanting to see it for what it is, so you're not remembering that you might have been there too. So either way, however that perspective card falls into your life, remember that perception is exactly what needs to be addressed and then possibly changed when we see that there could be more than one way for it to be felt, received, perceived, understood, or even related. You have the ancestral oak spirit coming in. So you have the great tree of oak itself coming in, right? So these trees are what they are. There are those of us that are out here and we're tree huggers, right? We thank a beautiful tree when we see a gorgeous tree. If we see a tree dancing or moving or swaying with the wind, sometimes we even find ourselves going with them. Understand that this energy that calls for you, it's welcoming you. It's letting you know that they will always leave a light on for you. You will always be welcome. There will always be a seat at this table, and you will always be welcome here. So remember that. You don't have to come in with any kind of um expectations of anything, because everything that you know you need, you can literally find it right here, right? Maybe you just sit on the side and you knock on the door, and maybe somebody sits just on the other side of the door, and you may not never see. You may not know if it's a gnome, if it's an elf, if it's a fairy, if it's a pixie, a tricksy, a goblin, a hobgoblin, a fae, a brownie, a sprite. Did y'all know there's pine fairies? Yeah, one made contact with me recently, and they're not even in the fairy family. They're actually in the elf family. It was quite interesting, actually. Yeah, they kept leaning pine needles everywhere, and I'm like, who's leaving these dang pine? Where are the pine needles coming from? Well, come to find out, one wanted to make contact with me, and I made contact with that pine fairy. And you know what? I think we're going to work together maybe in the future when it comes to some things for me for the grounding part, because I'm air. But depending on the chart, I'm also Taurus, so I'm earth. So, I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. So just understand that there is going to be times when it's going to be transpersonal for you, right? And even if you need a staff to guide you, if you need support to walk with you, you can use that staff for so many other things, right? You can use it as an extension of you if you're expanding or extending magic. You can use it as a weapon for forming a defense. You can use it as a climbing pole mechanism. You can use it for standing, for sitting, for bracing. You can use it for so many things. You can put a rattle on the end of it, and you can use it as a disruption tool as you're walking to make a sound to let animals know that you're coming, so that maybe something in you don't walk up on each other together. Either way, you're going to be doing it and watching you and everything around you start changing, right? There is very transpersonal things that are going to be happening to you within yourself, right? You are hunting for something. I'm not sure what it is that you are hunting for, but either you feel the call that something is calling for you and you are calling and hunting for it in return, or you yourself are just out there and exploring because you're a rambler or a roamer, or maybe you're just the type of person that is very adventurous person. You like to be outside and you like the call of nature. However, your situation goes, you understand it very well and you are constantly always hunting that new adventure. So continue doing it. Just know that that is actually part of you. It is part of your journey. So when you feel the winds blowing a different way, it's probably time for you to shift and learn another way to get to the same path, just maybe going in a different direction than what you're going right now. And that's what I've got for you. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, you know your chart good. Good. I'm learning my Vedic chart, guys, and I'm telling you, I swear to God, I wish I understood it. I swear, I wish I understood it. But I guess I think a part of me would want to understand my Western because there's something I can't get past, right? So in my Western chart, there's like five planets in like my number 2 slot. And I don't know what it means. Like, and a couple of people have looked at my chart and they're just like, either they really don't know what the hell they're talking about, or I didn't comprehend them and they used a lot of big words that maybe just never resonated with me, and it made me just kind of not have anything to really just bite into and hold on to. There's definitely something I'm so curious to know. I just don't know where it falls at. Who knows what this year comes, but it is my 49th year. So when I celebrate my birthday in May, it's my last one before I'm over the hill. I'm excited. All right, everybody. I think I got everybody in. Oh, Vedic is so hard for me, right? Oh, it is so hard. I love you, Miss Tarot D. And please don't run. Walk. Don't run. No jumping, no running, none of that. No playing ball in the house. Walk. All right. I love you guys so very much. Thank you. And I will see you soon. I love you guys.